Yeah, I spend my life trusting and believing that I will be able to, make a difference in my life. And at very early tender age of my life, about between 8 and 9 to 10 years, I happened to, receive a very, you know, dear thing that at that time was dear to my heart. A document, that's the Bible. That was my first time of writing a letter to an outside institution, which was a Bible institution, And I don't know what one of the preachers was at that time, but it was also, I think it was the time of Billy Graham as well. And, that's somewhere around the early 80s, I presume. Yeah, early 80s or late 70s. Yeah, 79 or somewhere around there. And somehow I can't remember clearly, but I did write those letters and I received the Golden Bible. And ever since that time, my faith was like, it became like a dream of a child thinking that I'll be a doctor in the future. So having that, I sort of thought definitely I will become a pastor or a reverend or somebody who deeply committed to Christian faith. And I took it, serious. I wasn't joking about it. Now the book was golden book, very nice Bible, the mini type of Bible, which is very small. It's really the handy, and it can fit in my palm. And it was so nice. I was so excited, and it sort of boosted my sort of my faith even higher in the Christian. So at that early stage, you can imagine to this day, which is almost a little bit above 30 years, I have kept on, and I did keep on at all those years to sort of pursue the faith, and it's sort of in such a stage. Others have pursued me more years than I have, and all that, and never come to a point of realizing that there is some error there. But I have, lucky enough, I think I am lucky to find out, and the experiences also is one reason. But personally, I had that attitude that I don't see why I should believe in something that doesn't make sense, or something that will not become very logic to me, and then I have to fall for it and follow through. It's just not me. And if I read the Bible, I saw so many suggestions that gave me the encouragement to be very inquisitive when it comes to finding out the real answers that one requires to know when it comes to faith. So I was actually, in my view and in the view of the faith that I have at that time, was doing the right thing. So I have no problem with that. And all I want to say, about this Bible that I received and how I was moved at that time in the Christian faith, it ended up, in the hands of my uncle. An uncle admired the book so much that he took it from me. And the uncle had to hold on to the book. I never saw that book again, but it was very nice and very, 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 very nice. Golden looking nature of book. As I said, the Christians are good in enticing you and giving you nice things and things that will sort of make you think that in every way you are somehow doing the right thing, or you've engaged into the right faith. It will do everything to let you know that that is the truth of life. That is the truth. This is the story here. Is what everybody's supposed to know, or everybody's supposed to commit to. I mean, that is it. It's the same with the Islamic, and I'm sure it's the same with the Buddhist, and every, as I've said before, every faith try to uplift itself. Every faith, glorify itself. Every God glorify himself, and there's no need for that glory to be given to another. I mean, why would I glory somebody if I claim to be God, an ultimate source of all things? So it goes along that line where Christianity also presents itself in that manner, and they go in a more aggressive way than most of the faith I have, to my view, I have experienced. And to be very honest, I mean, with all the good weather right now, with the sun, flocking right now in the London, areas, which I happen to sort of be residing at the moment. There's a nice garden nature look of a park, which there are lots of people going up and down. And the movement is quite, natural in every way. And as I said, I like it natural. So I share with you in a natural way today. That's what I thought of. And I hope I'll be able to give you a nice view of this video. And getting back to the point. So my faith has been was strengthened on that grounds. But I had to lose the faith because it wasn't making logic to me. And not at that time, before this moment, which is 10 years or 11 years back, that I have lost it. And now, have I lost entirely my belief in the existence of a God? No. I've realized that Christianity is the same as Islamic and all the rest of the religion, that are all self-centered, just as I claim Judaism to be self-centered in the terms of the scripture. The same way the scripture of the Bible becomes self-centered. And it's understandable when it's in that nature. But my main concern and my main interest, and I believe that's what the religion also is about, is to reach out to an ultimate God. So if what you have is not an ultimate God, but a sub-God, why would you be so much encouraging and tolerant to it or to that God? Because if you do that, it's the same thing to do with that person that you may claim to be a pagan or to be in another worship or other sort of religion that you in your religion will be talking against. You see, which I don't think is an ideal thing for us to be doing. The goal must be the goal. The ultimate thing we look for is what we must pursue to be looking for. We all should have the same sense of approach to it and not the way we have gone about it. And this has made us all fall apart. We've all fallen into the trap of being adapted by some adapters, and we become adaptees of whatever faith that you might belong to. Now, I challenged the books in my video earlier on, and I still do challenge books to not to come from the source of God, but it's an individual production from individual spirits or individual founders, and how they were inspired and they wrote that. So there isn't anything like, if you go into the religious groups that we have today, anything like we can't say that precisely there is a one true God, either Allah or Muhammad or whichever way. But we also know that Allah, Muhammad, and all that, according to the religious presentation, are trying to be viewed as a one God, because they are all linking up to Abraham. So it's an Abrahamic group of what do you call it, worship. The Jesuit people, the Mohammedan groups, and we have the Messianic group. That's the Moses group. The GGC group is the Jesus group. I'll say the Mohammedan is the Islamic side of worship. So we know all this now. What are we supposed to think or to do? I would suggest that you stay put. You stay put, and whatever you do, you go dancing, you play your football, you have fun, you have a good life that you deserve to have. Don't ever feel guilty of anything. And if you're already not the type that feel guilty, good, you're on the right path. I don't think you are on the wrong path. Never let guilt ride you up, or guilt override your sense of judgment or anything to stand in the way. Somehow you must always stick to what life you have. Oh, I did that and I feel regret. I always tell my good friends that, guys, I may not be engaging in this or that, and I may not be too much into so many things, but I have the same feelings and wishes as you have. And if I had opportunity to love and to care and to be engaging in whatever I feel to be engaging in freely, I would do so. It's just that I also have the sense of bad luck, I would say, which things doesn't come my way. But when they do come, I'll prove myself worthy of the life that I have, or the life that has been given to me to live. And I'm sure it will sort of appreciate my words in that sense when I do that.